Yeah, well, the 2 points are the most important thing right now, but it's definitely a harder style and harder type game than it was earlier on the year. It's just the way it goes every single season the closer you get to playoffs. So very important for us to put that one behind us, but to learn from it. I mean, we did a good job of having the puck the whole night. We just got to, get to the net and be way, earn our opportunities more instead of just waiting for them to give it to us. I mean, the way we skate and track and support the puck and have possession, like we're going to get our chances, but to score and bear down this time of year, we got to get to the net and get shots through. So we got to start with that tomorrow.
A day like today, obviously the team's been pretty quiet when it comes to the trade deadline, but still moves could be made. How do you kind of navigate the personal side, the emotion of maybe potentially having to say goodbye to a teammate, but also trying to still focus on the hockey side and prepare yourself for a game?
Well, I'm excited. We could have our deadline acquisitions could be Benny and Barkey coming up soon, so that excites me and the rest of the group. So you don't really think too much about anything until. I've never really thought about anything too much on a day like today. I mean, it depends where you are in, I guess, the standings or the race, or everybody talks about buyers or sellers, but I'm very confident in this group and really, really enjoy being around everybody in this team. So if we can get the deadline acquisitions of Barkey and Benny back, we should be in business.
I mean, speaking of deadline acquisitions, Anthony Duclair's another guy that's been talked about as one. What have you seen so far from him over the last 3 games that he's debuted?
I guess, yeah, that's another guy that we have had missing, for pretty much the whole year to the last few games. But he just brings such a different element to us that is so important, and that is when he's in the lineup, it really changes like the look of our team. We really haven't had our full team healthy for this whole year, so hopefully one of these games coming up, we can obviously have Dookie in and have Benny and Barkey back, and that way we'll really be able to see. I guess we still have Horny out right now, but when the 2 guys come back, I guess everybody will really be able to see like what our team looks like this year. And just hopefully it's not too late to make a run here.
And he is really flying out there too. For a guy that's coming off of a serious leg injury, what does that look like as far as how impressive is that?
Well, he can fly out there. He's way better skater than I am, so I enjoy watching him fly around out there. Him and Swaggy, when they've been playing together, just flying on the wing. So he's been a real. It's been really good to have him back. Just the energy in the room too, and seeing somebody with what they went through. All the work that he's put in behind the scenes to get back. It's very. I think it wears on the rest of the team, and everybody sees what he did, and there's no reason why we can't do that as well when he put everything he had in this year just to play in the last stretch of games and hopefully playoffs. So hopefully we can bring as much energy as he's brought for us.
Can you put into words how much you guys have missed Sasha Barkov these last 3 games?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter who we're playing or how we stack up against teams, whether they're a team like Tampa or teams at the bottom of the standings. He changes the way our team is. Even if he's not at 100%, it's just him out there and his presence alone changes our team completely. So, we look forward to having him back soon. Our record with him not in the lineup this year is not very good. I think that's been talked about enough, but he, hopefully we can get him back soon. Him and Benny, they're, our top 2 centers. Anytime you take top 2 centers at any team, it's going to be a big change. But I thought that guys definitely have stepped up in the absence, but when the last 2 home games you only score 2 goals, you're not gonna win many games. So to have them back, not only the goal scoring, but just everything, penalty kill and just all the 5-on-5 minutes they play, we need them back if we're gonna make a push.
Is this good experience for Anton Lundell to be able to play elevated minutes at center again?
Yeah, I think it's good for all the guys. Lusty's really stepped up his game in the absence of Barkey and Benny, and I think it just shows that the depth we do have. But like I said, anytime you have those guys out, your team's definitely not becoming better with those 2 guys out of the lineup. So we need them back to make this push at the end. And everybody is everybody plays through some stuff at this time of year, and we just we know when they come back. Who knows if they're going to be fully 100% or not? But we need them back, and they're huge parts of our team. And I really believe that once we get those guys back and you really get to see our full healthy lineup, I think that's when, like I said, we haven't had the full lineup yet this year. So, with Dookie back, so I think we're a really deep team when these guys come back, and it'll be exciting hockey.
Is that the biggest reason you've felt confident all along? Just that idea that if you guys were healthy,
things would be.
Yeah, but every team goes through stuff, so you can't just leave it up to health for your team to be successful. I mean, every team goes through it, and you have guys that step up, and we have had guys that step up, but especially a guy like Barkey when he comes back, captain, what he's done for this team for the last however many years and what he can do on the ice, we need those guys back.
I mean, over the last few losses you guys had, it really seemed like you had a really slow first period. I mean, how do you guys get yourself going out of the gate going forward here?
Yeah, the last bunch of home games we've had a slow start against. We've had a great start against one of the top teams in the league, and then we've had slow starts against, you could argue 3 of the bottom teams in the league, whether it was Anaheim, Buffalo, or Nashville. So I guess Buffalo's not the bottom, but they're definitely not Tampa. So, I think we just have to go in maybe with a better mindset maybe to start the games. We're all preaching the right things, but it's about doing it. Like, the message is there, the plan is there, how we have to start is there. It's just about us players just executing it. And I think when we try too much and we get too cute, that's where we get into trouble. We're not, a high, as high flying or trading chances offensive team. That's not going to make us successful. It's about putting pucks in the right area. Our forecheck has been awesome all year, and that's how we basically create all our offense and a lot of our goals, whether it's in zone or off the rush. So I think we just have to get back to that, simplify our game, and then we'll be better.
Most said yesterday that it almost is like a conflict. Like, sometimes guys want to play a certain style, like a possession style, he said that doesn't work. Is there maybe something with getting everybody on the same page that needs to happen?
Message is there. It's just about executing it. I think a possession game is good, but when you're in zone and you're just possessing it the whole time, like, you're not going to do anything. Like, you got to get to the net, and you got to put pucks in the right area for forwards to get it back. And like I said all along, like, you've got to get them through, and you have to have guys at the net. So I think the message is definitely there. It's just about us players executing from the start. When you play from behind, doesn't matter who you play against, it's tough in this league. So I think maybe our goal the next few games is get that first goal. If we don't change the way we play.
And as a kind of self-proclaimed hockey junkie, what have you been thinking about the way this week has gone with the trade deadline and all the big deals going down?
Yeah, this week, you can all the way go back to last summer. There's been some crazy trades and changes of scenery for the past, almost a year now. So it's crazy. I think it's good for hockey, and there's some teams definitely trying to stack up in the East and in the West. So hopefully we can get in and show what we can do.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.